the admission of Kenya into the United Nations Security Council. With Kenya being a strong potential partner for Europe in fostering stability in the Eastern Horn of Africa, its admission into the United Nations Security Council is a perfect opportunity for peace and multilateralism. Now our neighbors and international peace partners cannot take us for granted simply because our contribution towards the prosperity and stability of the region is so eminent. In the recent maritime border war enlisting us and Somalia, Kenya as a sovereign, peaceful nation has so much to show for its political exemplary leadership on matter domestic front and stability and growth. Indeed, Kenya has the best deal to offer in respect to refugees accommodation, government cohabitation, a vibrant educated youth that drives innovation to greater heights. With a seat at the United Nations Security Council, Europe as a long-time ally to Kenya in many aspects of bilateral trade, has the responsibility of tipping the balance of its veto power in favor of a sustainable cooperation order in the region. It is high time Kenya reach the apex of its regional multilateralism in both the Horn and East Africa region. From the perspective of foreign policy, Kenya is now the commercial hub of East Africa, for it reliably provides landlocked countries like Uganda, South Sudan, Rwanda and Burundi with access to the Indian Ocean. For many years now, Kenya continues to host 100,000 of refugees who have fled from their original conflict-stricken nations. Indeed, Kenya's exemplary diplomacy is reinforced in the lately several rounds of peace talks in Sudan, Somalia and South Sudan. Despite putting the best foot forward, Kenya needs its ally Europe to help her stamp her authority as a multilateral leader in the Horn and East Africa region. Kenya has now come of age to illustrate her dominant importance in the region. This is foreign policy and no one should stop Kenya from exercising her diplomacy in urgent matters like the maritime border conflicts. As of the recent ruling by the International Court of Justice that went in favor of our neighbor Somalia, Kenya as a sovereign nation is lauded for rejecting the verdict. And instead it should open the issue as a multilateral talk in the United Nations Security Council. After all, Kenya has the advantage of proceeding its soft power diplomacy in the United Nations General Assembly. Nonetheless, Europe should look at Kenya's magnificent performance on the domestic front, such as governance and economic development. On matter corruption either, Europe should turn a blind eye since there is some room for improvement as our country Kenya is determined to attain the heights of mature democracy in respect to our political pluralism, rights to humanity and safeguarding of people's property. Because Kenya's stability and prosperity will likely depend on the peace and security within its region, let our partner Europe having a better permanency in the United Nations Security Council veto on her geopolitical supremacy in the Horn and East Africa region. This is the voice of residents Jawari Jafari from Tripoli Impact, Kenya.